Hello, my friends. Enjoying some pork chops,
rice and beans,
nice, and some boat-made
stuffed up biscuits. Biscuits.
Mmm. What about Bob?
Okay. What do you want? Oh! Oh my goodness, huh? I did not make that connection.
Oh!
I dream of sailing. You know I always dream of sailing. Take me far away. Sailing. You know I always dream of sailing. Freedom on the seas, my love. Dancing on the waves toward places we don't know. Loving life Ricardo style and steady as we go. I dream of sailing.
Baby steps, baby steps. I had no idea what you were doing.
If you're wondering, in case you haven't seen it, gotta watch it. What about Bob? It's with Richard Dreyfuss and Bill Murray, and I don't know
I know
the rest of the cast, but great movie. So there is a scene that he's having dinner with Richard Dreyfuss, who's a psychiatrist, his wife, his daughter and son. And during the dinner, all you could hear was Bob, which is Bill Murray. Every bite that he would take, he would just emphasize, with a how good everything was. KFC. It looked like they were having chicken, corn on the cob,
mashed potatoes, biscuits.
Yeah. So, like I said, KFC. Of course, by doing that, he was definitely complimenting the wife on cooking, but annoying the heck out of the psychiatrist.
It's a must-see movie. You get a good laugh out of it, so I recommend you watch it. I think you'll like it.
Is the sun that bright over here?
Is that?
I don't think the sun is that bright over here.
Sun is bright. It's coming in from the west side.
It's not camera friendly.
Sunglasses are not camera friendly. I'm sorry. Now I'm blind. I can't see.
Well, anyway, we are back in Key West after the wonderful trip we did to Marquesas and Dry Tortugas. We made a stop at Marquesas as well, but the waters again were pretty choppy, so we did not get to do anything there except anchor overnight. So on the following day, we went from there to Dry Tortugas, and we just had a good time. Fatima did awesome on snorkeling.
I snorkeled for the first
wet.
time.
I got wet twice. Once intentionally going, coaching Fatima that it was okay to get wet. I was freezing.
Wait a minute.
And the second time was when we pulled the dinghy up to a beach at the lighthouse. What was the name of that island?
Loggerhead.
Loggerhead. And I made a mistake of pulling into a beach. We're on the wind side. So there were rollers, not huge, but the waves were crashing into us. So my dinghy is extremely heavy. You can't just grab it and pull it up on the beach. It took all 5 of us to try to pull it up just a little bit out of the weeds, and the water still kept crashing over the back into the boat itself, into the dinghy. So prior to taking off, I opened up the plug, let it drain out. All of us pushed it back into the waterway, and I took off from there. So that experience was not all that great because I did not pick the right size. Now, the person that I had been following, which were kind of great people, good guide, which were in the
Solitary place.
He, at one time he was in the lead, and I told him I would just follow him. Well, my dinghy is a lot faster than his, so I was kind of showing off, and I passed him up. I was like, man, oh, that's where I'm going. And in the background, I did not know. He was like, oh, no, don't go there. Let's go around the island. I had no idea he was doing that. But I told him, two wrongs don't make a right. He still should have gone around the backside of the island, put his boat in the right place, and he could have come over and maybe pushed me back into the water and instructed me, go around the backside of the island. I would have seen where he docked, where he anchored. Not anchored, but that's when you beach.
Beach the dinghy.
Where he beached the dinghy. So, no, he followed suit because he didn't want to leave me stranded. So I kind of gave him hell. It's like, well, next time, don't make a mistake. Because I made a mistake. You know, go to your destination. If needed be, you would have come across the island. It was easy enough, close enough. It's a small island. And he would have either helped me pull out the boat as we did, or he would have said, no, why don't we just push you back in the water and come around the island and beach it where we are on the opposite side. And that would have been fine. But no, he made the same mistake as us, even though he knew it was wrong. So he made a bigger mistake than me. What do you think? What? I mean, he knew it was wrong.
No comment. This peanut gallery is going to keep quiet on that one.
Yeah, well, I know that he wanted to be a good guest, host, whatever you want to call it, tour guide, and not leave me stranded. But no, in my opinion, he was the experienced one. He should have known better. He should have gone to the correct side and then pushed me. Now, he had to put us in when we left, and we had to help him and to actually tow him out a little bit because the waves, he could not get the motor started far enough from the waves without them bringing him back into shore. So I actually gave him a line and stood a little distance and pulled him far enough where he could climb in. I could pull him away from the waves where he started his engine and took off. Then the role, of course, reverses. I'm coming along, all of a sudden, a warning signal started coming out of my engine, where I was not getting water shooting through the jet. So my water cooling system got clogged up. And I figured that's what it was, but I had no water, so all the way in, against the wind, against the current, which was choppy as heck. You will see it on the video. It was pretty choppy. Coming back, waves just coming over the boat. We were both drenched. The other boat alongside of us was drenched, and we could do nothing but kind of just tunnel along because I could not rev up my engine high enough to even plane. It was just boom, 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 water coming over the same over us, and our host again followed suit and did the same speed, not to leave us stranded. If we failed, if the engine was to die completely, he would have towed us in. But the engine held, but that up, all the way in. We parted all the way in. So, the Dry Tortugas, for anybody that's in Florida, in South Florida,
Oh, coming to South Florida
or
to
coming to
visit.
South Florida and you coming to the Keys or Miami, make sure that you visit Key West. And
Take the
at
ferry out.
Key West, you can take a ferry that brings you over there. You can even take a plane. We have 2 planes landing right by us several times a day. Till
Starting at 8:30 in the morning till about 7 o'clock at night, I think. Or maybe a
a
little
little earlier
more.
than that. They were just taking off the last of the passengers. And it's a place that if you take the ferry, for instance, you can go today and you can camp on the island overnight and then leave on the ferry the following day also. That's
Yes.
Also an option. I do not know the costs. Of course, we went in our own boat. They went in their own boat. We were a party of 3 boats that went out there together. That's buddy boats.
At the Dry Tortugas for $15 a person, we were there for 5 days. We could tour Fort Jefferson as many times as we wanted because there's so much to see that, and even in the 5 days that we were there, we didn't see everything. Of course, there's a lot of construction going on to try to repair because that was built from 1846 to 1874, I believe. But the architecture, the masonry on this is a must-see. It's beautiful. Fort Jefferson has over 2,000 arches. It's got a cathedral. It's got a hospital. It even has Captain Mudd's cell. Dr. Mudd.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it was a military fort, which I don't know if it was ever completed, but there was never a cannon shot out of that fort. And at some time during the Lincoln administration, it was converted into prison of some sort, where she just mentioned that the guy who assisted in the assassination of Lincoln, Federer knows the history better than I do, was in prison. And basically that kind of came to an end after much. It's amazing. Part of the island was closed off. Closed off in a sense. Their closure was very, use your discretion basically. There was no barricades that said do not enter, you'll be prosecuted. There was no OSHA involvements over there, no handrails for you not to walk close to the edge. You're all adults, you use your judgment. So if you wanted to stand.
Yeah, they couldn't roll the gunpowder in the big barrels. They had to carry them, because if they rolled them, they could explode.
Yeah, I was thinking they would come with a ladle and.
Whose job was that?
Yeah. So it was all filled up in barrels.
Yeah.
That's
The
amazing.
whole second, all the wood is gone. All the wood has been rotted away.
Right. Yeah.
Because this was all flat.
And those would have been big timber holes.
Right. I'm curious about the triangular openings.
There may be gunshot things. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or just vents.
Well, it would be, gunshot would be on a straight line.
Yeah.
No sway on that. Fascinating.
Solid as a rock.
Oh, yeah. It's like these have to be just for air passage.
Yeah.
Feeling crazy, D? All right, come on. Come on, Sickly. I'll show you the magazine. Anybody have a phone?
I do.
Fatima refuses to stay behind.
I'm not going in there.
Is somebody crawling in there?
Travis, I'm not carrying my lunch. You're gonna have to, oh, Deanna's got one. Yeah, I'm not going in there.
Closed, unsafe area.
I'm not.
Oh my God, and I thought I was the rebel. That's what my hat says. Oh, they're having a party in there. Maybe we should have gone in.
Travis has already climbed in there before, so he knows whether it's safe or not, but I'm just not. Okay.
I wouldn't want to go in there. That's You're not taking pictures, you're filming.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
So you're supposed to.
No, you're not.
No,
You're
no, no, not at all. No, no. Far away.
So just wanted to say thank you for joining us on this adventure. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to get notifications on the next video. Take care.